Hey, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you a feature we've got in Spectate called SalesBridge phone calls. And these are fantastic. These are really going to help your conversion rates and help you get in touch with your leads immediately. It's going to remove all delay and put you right on the phone with them when they're red hot and ready to buy with their credit card out. So imagine the scenario where you've got a website. Here's one that I've built that just collects leads information. Now ordinarily someone comes and they visit your website and they're interested, they want to buy it, they want to learn more, etc., etc. So they're going to give you their name and their phone number and maybe their email address and submit it. And typically what's going to happen is that's going to generate some kind of notification to your sales team. So like an SMS message or an email or something. Well, maybe your sales team's busy right now, or they're busy on another call, or they're just, they notice it only 10, 15 minutes later, and figure, oh, okay, I'll get to that, and your lazy sales guy goes about his business, before finally picking up the phone and reaching out to Larry Lead, who just submitted that form. By which time, maybe Larry's moved on and now he's thinking about something else and he's getting lunch and he can't pick up the phone anymore. And so now we're 2 or 3 phone calls before the two of them are finally, in contact with one another and the deal's potentially lost. So SalesBridge completely revolutionizes the process because it immediately connects both parties. No delay, no loss of sale. Potential loss of sale. And so there's actually a couple different ways that you can initiate one here in Spectate, but I'll show you one from the start. If you go to the campaigns, now that we have another video that will show you how these work, but let's say you pick the campaign you want to add a SalesBridge phone call to, and right here at the end I'll add an additional step to my campaign and give it a name. Let's say it happens immediately relative to the previous step in my campaign, and it is a phone call type. And now, of the different types of phone calls that we support, you'll obviously choose SalesBridge at the end. And then you can either configure your SalesBridge right here in the campaign builder, or if you've created a SalesBridge already and saved it as a reusable template, you can choose pick one and select it from among the options here. I've only got one that I've created so far, but that's what I'll do. I'll choose that and hit save. And now you'll see that at the end of my campaign, there's a SalesBridge that's going to take place. The next thing I'll show you here over in my templates is how I actually built that SalesBridge template. So we've got different styles of templates, and again we have another video in this training sequence that shows you how to make templates, but the SalesBridge one is this last tab here, and this is the SalesBridge demo template that I just showed you a moment ago. I'm going to scroll to the right so I can show you and edit it, show you how I built it. Now the first thing that all SalesBridges need is a good memorable name, because you see if you get rid of that name, if I backspace it away, you're going to see this is what you will see in the Zapier drop-down list. So it's important that you give your SalesBridge a memorable, unique name, so you're not going to get confused because you've got 15 of these things that all say test, test 1, test 3. You give it a name that you'll understand. You can even put a description in here. And then the Twilio number, this field, is the phone number from within Spectate that you're going to use in order to call both parties. This is sort of the broker, if you will, who's going to call both of those parties. And so I've chosen one of the phone numbers that we've got configured with the software, the sales department. And now you can optionally put in a little piece of audio here that's going to give some context, some motivation to your salesperson so that they understand what the heck this call is about. You can either upload a piece of audio, a WAV file or whatever, MP3 off of your desktop. If you've got recordings that are already in the software, you could choose this and select from among them. Or you can even use the inline widget to record something right now, which I'll do for this training purpose. Hey Craig, it's your boss. I just want you to know that we got a red hot lead coming in, and I don't want to stress you out or anything, but your job's on the line. So go ahead and close them, and have a good one. All right, whatever, something like that. And now when the sales bridge dials out to your salesperson, Craig Closer, he's going to hear this piece of audio right before the phone call is patched. The next field here is a message. This basically is the same thing as the audio here, except this is something that the software itself is going to pronounce using the robot Siri kind of voice, the Alexa style voice. The robot's going to pronounce, this is a demo of the sales bridge call, So you can put whatever contextual information you want here. Again, it's for the benefit of your sales agent, so you can give them just a little bit of heads up what the call is about. And you can customize this using these keywords, these merge fields, if the lead that they are being connected to is somebody who's already in your Spectate database. If we've already got their first name, their last name, then you can use these buttons to actually give even more contextual information for your sales agent. And then down here where it says agent's message, again, this is completely optional, but if you want to send a quick SMS message in addition to what's being pronounced over the voice call, if you want to send them a text message, you can put something here. Hey team, new lead incoming via SalesBridge. Again, customizable with all sorts of keywords, merge fields here. But the most important thing on this entire panel is that you got to put the actual sales agent's phone number here in the bottom. So this is where you will put the actual cell phone that is in your salesperson's pocket. So not their Twilio line, but their real phone number. And for purposes of this training demo, I just put one of our Twilio lines in here because I want you to be able to see it. I'm going to demo this at the end of the video and actually make a SalesBridge call, and I want there to be something on screen for you to see. So rather than putting my cell phone number, I've just put one of our Twilio lines. But in actuality, this is where you'd put the real cell phone number for your agent. So I'm going ahead and save that, submit it. And there's our template. So now, in order to start collecting leads here on our web form, I'll back it up to the opt-in page. You just need any kind of form building software that connects with Zapier. So over here, I'm just using ClickFunnels to build this form, but it need not be ClickFunnels. You could use, I don't know, Wufoo or a Google form or WordPress, plugin or whatever. Just anything that you can connect to Zapier, and it's going to collect. Most importantly, this phone number. The name, the email, those are optional, but at minimum, we do need a phone number. And then once you've got such a mechanism for collecting opt-ins, I'm going to go over here to Zapier. And we've got another video in the training series that will show you how you can connect Spectate to Zapier for the first time. But assuming you've already watched that video and you have connected your account to Zapier, we're going to build a brand new Zap with a name that's memorable. So I, again, called it SalesBridge Demo. And we're going to have a trigger step, which is where we're going to catch the incoming opt-in. So if you're using ClickFunnels like I am over here, ClickFunnels is what I'm catching that with, you'd use ClickFunnels. But this could be your Wufoo form or your Google form. Here in ClickFunnels, I'm just going to quickly zip down it. I'm choosing the app. From within ClickFunnels, the trigger event is called New Contact Activity. Again, this will all be different if you're using something other than ClickFunnels. But you'd choose your ClickFunnels account if you've got multiple. And then the funnel and the step, and then finally in whatever software you're using, you're going to want to grab a sample data, and I submitted Larry Lead a moment ago, so you can see him here. All right, so whatever your mechanism for the trigger is, you want to capture the lead, the opt-in, and then here's the important part: your action step of your Zap. So this is where we're going to connect to Spectate. Once you have watched that video and you've connected to Zapier for the first time, then you'll be able to choose as an app Spectate Marketing. It'll be available to you by invitation. So once you choose Spectate Marketing, we've got all kinds of different actions within our Zap, but the one that you're going to want is create a sales bridge from a template. So I'll choose that now and continue. Then you're going to choose your Spectate account. You probably, like me, only have one, but if you had multiple ones, you'd choose from among them, or add a new one in fact. Choose that. And then customize the sales bridge. So this is where giving your sales bridge a memorable name. Remember I showed you here that I had to give it a memorable name. I called it Sales Bridge Demo. This is where that comes into play, because in this pull down, it's going to populate with all the different sales bridges that you've created. Now, I've only got one in this account, but potentially you could have many more, so you want to make certain that you're going to be able to tell them apart. You're going to choose the desired sales bridge, and then you're going to put in the lead's phone number. And this is data that we are getting from this trigger step, from our Wufoo, from our Google form, from our ClickFunnels, as the case might be. But I'll backspace that away, and you'll see I can type in here, and I'll be able to see previous steps in my Zap. So if I just show all options, there's the lead's phone number. And so that's how I'm populating that as a variable. This field here, message, this is actually identical in functionality to this right here, this message that we put in when we built the template. The difference between the two, at this point within Spectate, we don't know, who this person is. Maybe we do. Maybe they're within our Spectate database, and so we've got a name. But potentially this is a fresh lead off the internet. We never met him before, so we don't potentially know much about him. So we have to use pretty generic language in this. Over here, however, I've pasted the exact same sentence, but I've added to the end of it, lead's name is. And now, because this is data that I've got, in my step 1, I can actually substitute in the variable for the lead's name. In this case, Larry Lead. And so now, using this Zap, the sales bridge will pronounce this whole sentence. This is a demo of the sales bridge call feature. The lead's name is Larry Lead. And it will do its best to pronounce that person's name. So that's why using the Zap is a powerful tool. You can give yourself, actual actionable information. And I'm done editing. So I'm not going to activate it right now. But then the next time, were I to activate that Zap, somebody comes to your website and submits their information, it's immediately going to trigger that that sales bridge call. But there's actually even additional ways you can trigger a sales bridge call, and I'll show you the final one here, the third one, and it's my favorite actually, and that is on the autoresponder. So down here in the left-hand navigation, if I go to autoresponder, we've got an entire video, of course, on how to build these. You can go back and watch that video to learn about these. But perhaps you're having an SMS correspondence with a lead or a prospect, and you want to have a keyword, you want to have the software listen for a particular phrase or keyword, in this case SB, or I will edit it now to be SB, or how about the word sales bridge. If your autoresponder detects any of these keywords, it's going to text them back with this message, sales bridge initiated. And then if you scroll down, you can include an action, which is to trigger a sales bridge. So this is awesome. And then if you choose that, trigger a sales bridge, then you can choose from among your different templates. And of course, I have only one, so I've selected it. And save. And so now from among your different keywords, if they type in either of these two, it's going to trigger that sales bridge. And this autoresponder is attached to my training demo line. So I'm going to just copy that real quick. And I'm going to go in and actually use the quick message feature to send a text message to that phone line, to my training demo line. And I'm going to say something like, hey, can you show me that sales bridge feature? So when I send this, it's going to detect the keyword in here and trigger my sales bridge. So now I just got to choose a number to send this from, and I'm just going to pick Susie Homebuyer, one of the configured Twilio lines that I've got. So I'm really kind of sending this message to myself. In real life, you'd be sending it from a cell phone, typing in a message such as this. But I want you to be able to see both sides of the conversation, so I'm going to do it from one of my Twilio lines. And as soon as I send that message, watch what happens. If we wait a moment, there it goes, the jingle. So I'm going to answer my phone real quick.
Message from the sales agent would go to prepare them for the call. Please press 1 to talk to the lead.
So you heard the software pronounce it, and I'm going to dial 1. And now that's dialed me, the agent. Now it's going to patch the call by calling the lead. It's going to call Susie Homebuyer. And when she picks up, the two of us will be on a live phone call. I don't want to have feedback, so I'm not going to answer the other phone, but I'll let it go to the voicemail so you can see it connect. Meanwhile, over here in our correspondence, you can see that near the bottom here, it fired off the SMS to the sales team to let us know that we've got a new lead coming in.
Hi, you've reached Susie Homebuyer,
There
but
it is.
I'm not available right now.
And I'll hang up that call and dispose that. Oops, did it twice, I guess. So there you go. That's how you can build a sales bridge call to catch all your leads when they're red hot and ready to go. Remove all delay and get in touch with them. Get your sales team patched directly off of your web forms, off of your text message autoresponders, or even build it into one of your campaigns.